internet is not just about technologies, it's also about economy, the economic changes brought about by the internet. It's about sociology, all the new social paradigms. It's about the psychological change which the internet time is provoking in us, in our way of living and in our way of working. It's about all the legal implications of the internet as for privacy, identity, cybercrime. It's about all the new artistic possibilities for expressing ourselves, which are allowed by the internet. And so we often say that economy needs internet, needs technology. We say that sociology, that other sciences need the technology to progress. But actually I think that the contrary is also true, and even more. It's true that technology needs art to be appealing for people and to have an impact on ourselves as human beings. That technology needs society, technology needs economy, technology needs to address all these aspects if we want to fully integrate it in our lives and if you want technology to have a lasting impact on our way of living and way of working.
As a teacher in physics, I am interested in a future internet for sustainable education, an internet for all students, probably through mobile devices like smartphones. But what is a sustainable education? We can imagine that a sustainable education organization offers first an international and social open access for all. Second, an exemplary way in using ICTs for education. And third, a support to students when they are in the organization and when they have left it. So I hope that the future internet will be able to give any students these opportunities.
My wish for future internet is to develop the so-called Internet 3.0 based on a thematic web search. The possibility to search for subject and obtain answers out of a search engine which is structured in such a way the answer is based on the content I'm looking for, rather than the number of connection the sites which will result are connected to. For me, internet is basically a source of knowledge management, and therefore everything which goes into the direction of finding answer to queries, which might be as simple as looking for a restaurant or as complex as running a PhD thesis, using the internet, leveraging its width of knowledge accessibility, is paramount for my main use of the internet.
If you realize, for instance, the following, then it will give you at least a little impression about where we are waiting for in the next 5 or 6 years. If you take today's volume of data on the internet and you put it on 100, roughly 80% of it is coming from keyboards and the other 20 from things. Now, if we look ahead 4 or 5 years from now, the volume of data on the internet will at least have to be multiplied by a factor of 10, but probably even 15 or more. And then our expectation is that 80% of the data will be coming from things, and the other 20% via keyboards. Nevertheless, the absolute figure over 5 years of data coming via keyboards will be at least 4.5 times, 5 times as much as it is today. So imagine what an enormous amount of data will be coming from things like PDAs, like cars, like trains, like interconnecting systems about where I go to, what I would like to visit, what I would like to buy, where I would like to get a consult from, etc.
The future internet has to be encouraging the smart usage of smart controls, like for example smart control of homes. So the internet must fully support this ubiquitous computing and pervasive computing so that we are able to control our home in a smart manner through the internet, and that's what I expect from internet.
My future would offer much more flexibility, not to be dependent on the technology, but to be given the choice by the technology. Meaning that if I want to live in the island in Parainen, in the outskirts of Finland, I can be there, and yet to be with everybody who I know in this world, which are many and everywhere, to be able to work with a profession I want to work and I'm best at, but I don't need to move after my work. The same applies to probably the hobbies of my children, that I don't need to live in a downtown, but I can live in a downtown if I want. But I don't need to commute. I don't need to waste my life with idle moments, but I can use those moments as I want.